Maxine Waters. There's been a lot of conversation about Maxine Waters and the comments that she made at a rally in D.C.
How dare you separate children from their parents? How dare you pull children out of the arms of their mothers? How dare you lie and say you couldn't do anything about it? Let's stay the course. Let's make sure we show up wherever we have to show up. And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere. We've got to get the children connected to their parents.
Auntie Maxine was calling for the harassment of Trump administration officials. And yes, it was harassment. That's what she was calling for. Now, we could pretend that it wasn't that, but that's what it was. So what do I think about Maxine Waters and this whole issue? Let's go over to the board. Yeah, let's go to the board, people. Let's do it here. Now let's remember how this all got started. It got started when Kirstjen Nielsen, Department of Homeland Security Secretary, well, she was ushered out of a Mexican restaurant in Washington, D.C.
Shame! Apologize! Apologize! Shame! Shame! Shame!
And then we had Pam Bondi, Attorney General out of Florida, who was chastised, publicly shamed out of a airing of the Dr. Seuss movie.
What would Mr. Rogers think about you and your legacy in Florida? Taking away health insurance with people with pre-existing conditions, Pam Bondi. Shame on you! Shame on you!
And then we had Sarah Huckabee Sanders trying to eat a quiet meal at a restaurant called the Red Hen. And she was asked to leave the restaurant. No, unable to eat. Well, they're gonna give Sarah Huckabee Sanders her own detail, as in secret security detail. You know, like presidents. Let's do it live. Some of us are calling for more civility in our politics, though civility has not been the cornerstone of this Trump administration thus far. No one talks about Trump's comments. I mean, how many people on the right really made us stink when Donald Trump said this?
So if you see somebody getting ready to throw a tomato, knock the crap out of them, would you? Seriously. I promise you, I will pay for the legal fees, I promise.
And this.
We're not allowed to punch back anymore. I love the old days. You know what they used to do to guys like that when they were in a place like this? They'd be carried out on a stretcher, folks. Like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you.
Oh, and don't forget this.
They used to treat them very, very rough. And when they protested once, you know, they would not do it again so easily. Part of the problem and part of the reason it takes so long is nobody wants to hurt each other anymore, right?
Oh, he shoots, he scores. He scores. Yeah. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to use Donald Trump as a guiding light for nonviolence or for civility, is it? And I don't think we should, because obviously he's not up to that task. Yeah, let's face it, you know, even with all the troll armies that are online who support Donald Trump, they don't support him because he is rational. In fact, I think a lot of them support him for the very opposite. What Maxine Waters is calling for as a strategy, I don't agree with it. I don't think you're gonna get Kirstjen Nielsen to change the Department of Homeland Security's tactics when it comes to ICE by interrupting her dinner, interrupting her anywhere, pumping gas or getting a massage. I also don't believe you're gonna be able to stop Pam Bondi for doing whatever travesties to justice and humanity in Florida by interrupting her movie watching. But as it pertains to Maxine Waters, I remember a Maxine Waters who challenged the CIA.
My deep concern about the allegations raised in the Dark Alliance series that my government could have in any way been involved in or had knowledge of drug trafficking has caused me to spend much of my own time and resources to find out more about these allegations. After reading the Dark Alliance series, I interviewed Gary Webb, the writer of the series. And by the way, Mr. Chairman and members, Mr. Gary Webb is here today. He's sitting right here in this seat, and I invited him to come. He's put a lot of time and work into this investigation, and I have been working with him since the first day that I read it, and I think that he should be privy to all information as he continues his work in this area.
I remember a time when Maxine Waters challenged Barack Obama when she said this.
First of all, what was your reaction to that when he said, stop complaining, stop grumbling, stop crying?
Well, I'm not sure exactly who the president was talking to. As you know, the Congressional Black Caucus has been out in 5 cities where we held town hall meetings and jobs fairs addressing this 16.7 unemployment that's real, that translates in some areas to 30, 40% unemployment, and with black youth, 50% unemployment. So I'm not sure who the president was addressing. I found that language a bit curious because the president spoke to the Hispanic caucus, and certainly they're pushing him on immigration. And despite the fact that he's appointed Sotomayor to the Supreme Court, he has an office for excellence in Hispanic education right in the White House. They're still pushing him. He certainly didn't tell them to stop complaining, and he would never say that to the gay and lesbian community who really pushed him on don't ask, don't tell, or even in a speech to AIPAC, he would never say to the Jewish community, stop complaining about Israel. So I don't know who he was talking to. He certainly heard us. That speech that he did to the Congressional Black Caucus included the words black and African American for the first time.
Yeah. Her Democratic counterparts didn't like her challenging Barack Obama, did they? But it was the right thing to do at the right time to do it. She didn't wait till 2016 when he was on the way out the door to question him. Maxine Waters even had the heart to take on the Tea Party. And she didn't do it, oh, we need to be civil, we need to be nice, we need to kiss some ass. She did it full-throatedly, like a gangster.
A lot of people at the congressional level and even at the precinct level do a lot of talking and a lot of balking. Don't do enough voting, don't do enough supporting. Now, I'm not afraid of the big bad wolf. I'm not afraid of anybody. This is a tough game. You can't be intimidated. You can't be frightened. As far as I'm concerned, the Tea Party can go straight to hell.
It's sad. It's sad. It looks like I'm the only one that remembers when Maxine Waters was calling out things other than Trump and other than the Russians. What they did to her. It wasn't exactly a parade. And after years, I'm talking years of scrutiny, they came up with nothing. But the damage was already done. Maybe that learned her a little bit about speaking truth to power. Huh? And she's done some stuff in her community. No one's perfect. Of course, I think she could do more. Right? Those people over there, where is it? They could probably use better representation than Trump all the time. But damn it, I love the way she called out that Steve Mnuchin. Steve Mnuchin, the guy that wouldn't be your Treasury Secretary if it weren't for Kamala Harris because she refused to prosecute him for all of those fraudulently foreclosed loans. Yeah, that's Steve Mnuchin.
Is there some reason why I did not get a response to the letter that I sent May 23rd?
So, Ranking Member Waters, first of all, let me thank you for your service to California. Being a resident of California, I appreciate everything that you've done for the community there.
I don't want to take my time.
I also have appreciated the opportunity to meet with you
my time.
Several times
Reclaiming my
when
time.
we were doing our
Reclaiming my time.
The time belongs to the gentlelady from California.
let me just say to you, thank you for your compliments about how great I am, but I don't want to waste my time on me. I want to know about the May 23rd letter. You know about it? Why did you not respond to me and my colleagues?
I was going to answer that.
Just please go straight to the answer.
Mr. Chairman, I thought when you read the rules, you acknowledged that I shouldn't be interrupted and that I would have
reclaiming my time. What he failed to tell you was when you're on my time, I can reclaim it. He left that out, so I'm reclaiming my time. Please, will you respond to the question of why I did not get a response, me and my colleagues, to the May 23rd letter?
Well, I was going to tell you my response.
Just tell me.
Okay. So first of all, okay, let me just say that the Department of Treasury has cooperated extensively with the Senate Intel Committee, with the House Intel Committee, with the Senate Judiciary Committee.
Reclaiming my time.
Okay.
Reclaiming my time.
Mr. Secretary, the time belongs to the gentlelady from California.
Perhaps, Mr. Chairman, I don't understand the rules because I thought I was allowed to answer questions.
Reclaiming my time. Would you please explain the rules and do not take that away from my time?
How quickly we forget. No one wants to be the subject of harassment. No one wants to be accosted while they're out at the gas station if they're at the local deli. So let's just make sure we understand where I stand. I don't support that. But I also recognize that celebrities are going to be accosted from time to time by the general public. You don't think that's true? Ask any actor on The Walking Dead who has killed off another character that they loved. People get it all the time in fictional movies. You got to expect to get some type of pushback from an aware public when you're a part of policies that affect so many people that are so unpopular with large swaths of the public. In fact, I think the opposite is just weird to expect. No reaction. Oh, so you want to be in the limelight, but you only want pushback when it's positive. How many times has Sarah Huckabee Sanders been comped at these restaurants? But see, no one needs a security detail for free shit. I'm thinking maybe I need a security detail. Then we got barbecue Becky's and pyramid patties just running around. I'm afraid. I'm scared. I'm being intimidated. I'm being harassed. The fact that David Axelrod, Nancy Pelosi, and Chuck Schumer are opposed to public pressure on these Trump administration officials does encourage me to support it. But I realize that this could easily escalate. As my friend Garland Nixon said this morning on Fault Lines, this could easily escalate to physical encounters. So, with that in mind, it pains me to say to have to say I cannot condone the harassment of public figures. It pains me. This is a hard call for me. Though I am very happy that people are finally waking up to the atrocities of ICE and other government policies, such as the separation of families, such as the desecration of indigenous people homes, such as the continuing up-ramp of the drug war, all of these issues. I just want them on board on all these issues. But here it is. Now that you are woke, pussy hat wearers, my base, how low can you go? Base, how low can you go? Base, use the energy that you have now gained and translate it into injecting policies that matter to the people, and focus on that, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, and the rest of the establishment Democrats, and maybe you won't have to harass. You can just kick their ass out of office and out of power.